Shirley. Wanna grab some food with me today too?
Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for the invitation, but I'm going to hold off for today. Let's go again later.
What? Why not? I wanted to go to the new boba tea place in the mall. Oh, why won't you come with me?
I really have a lot to do today, so I can't go with you, but do you have money though?
What do you mean?
Well, you always seem to forget your wallet at home or something.
Yeah, I know. I always think that I need to remember to bring it, but I always forget it somehow. I'm such a clumsy girl. Can't be helped, I guess.
Even if it can't be helped when you forget your wallet, every time you borrow your money when you don't have your wallet with you, I don't think you've ever returned the money. Like, ever.
Really? I don't know. I forget about it. I always thought I paid you back. Sorry about that. I'll be sure to pay for all of it later.
When is later? Literally, when are you going to pay? It's not just me either. You've been borrowing from a lot of people, doing the exact same thing you said to me. If you don't have any money, you really shouldn't be inviting people out to go any places to eat or drink, right?
Why would you say such a thing? That's so mean, trying to leave me out. I don't want to be left out when everyone else is going out.
It's not that we're trying to leave you out. Even if you can pay, we're more than happy to go out with you. But you clearly don't have any intention of paying. And you keep saying you forgot your wallet. We don't want to take you out either. Altogether, I think you owe me like $300.
That much? No way! You're being way too dramatic. Complete exaggeration.
I have all the receipts from when you borrowed money from me. I checked yesterday to tally it all up, and that's how much it was. Until you're able to pay me back, I'm not going to go anywhere with you.
I can't get in touch with any of the other moms either. They're all avoiding me. Do you know where they are?
Stacy, are you listening to me?
I'm listening. I'll pay you back when I can pay you back.
That's not the point of this.
So, what about the others? Are you with Kim too?
Yeah, she's here. We're all on vacation with the people that get along well.
Hang on. What do you mean, get along well? What about me?
I thought that you didn't have money, so I didn't invite you.
That's so mean. You left me out? I thought I was part of the group, though.
I mean, usually you're a part of it, yeah, but you never pay. Even when we go out to eat together, just like you deserve to be paid for.
That's just because I'm always unlucky. How could you just leave me out like that? That's so mean. I thought we were friends and we got along. Where are all of you guys going?
We're all going out to one of our weekend getaway resorts.
Weekend getaway resort? That's not fair. Where are you now?
We're all about to get on the shuttle now.
What? Which getaway?
The one we always go to. Why?
I'm gonna head over now.
Huh? What do you mean?
If I hurry up and drive over, I should be able to catch up to you guys, right? I'll go find the sitters right away. I'm sure I'll beat the shuttle anyway.
But we've only reserved for us at the getaway.
Oh, I'm sure it'll work itself out. I want to go with you guys for sure. I don't want to be left out all alone.
But we literally haven't reserved for you. What are you going to do when you show up? What about gas money?
Stop pretending like I'm someone who has no money. I'm totally fine. All right, I'm heading over now.
We're just gonna go to the resort with just ourselves. We can't just keep waiting for you.
Oh, come on. You guys can wait up a little bit.
We already have everything planned out. We aren't moving with you as the main person in this event. We can't do that. Sorry to break it to you.
Just keep that negativity to yourself. Just hang out and wait for me. I'll be there in like 2 hours. Alrighty, see you then. I'll message you when I get there. I'm here! Where are you guys? Hello? Where are you guys staying? Miss Shirley, I've made it here.
I see. We're already at our hotel. We're gonna go head out and sightsee, so bye-bye.
Wait, hang on. Where are you guys? I didn't hear what hotel you guys are staying at. I can't just go there on my own. Can you guys come get me?
Did you bring your wallet?
Huh? Why?
If you drove here, you definitely brought your wallet and some money, right? First, you need to pay me my $300. Then you can also pay back the rest to everyone else, okay?
No, I can't do that. Just tell me where to go. I forgot my wallet, but someone will spot me, right?
No one is going to spot you. Also, just like I said before, we haven't saved you a spot. You literally won't be able to stay with us.
What? I'm sure I can stay. There's gotta be at least one empty room, right? Couldn't you have asked when you checked into the hotel? Why didn't you?
Oh my god, why do I have to do all of that for you?
Because we're friends, of course. You can at least do that for me. I still can't even believe that you left me and only me out anyway.
You're just being annoying now. Let me just make it clear. I'm not going to tell you where we're staying. If you're dead set on coming with us, you have to pay us back for what you owe us.
Oh, but I came all the way out here. I literally can't believe I can't stay with you. And you won't even spot me? That's so mean. Honestly, I thought we were all gonna just go home together anyway, so I actually only rented a car to drive here.
How could you count on other people that much? I don't understand at all.
If you're not gonna spot me, someone else can. I'm not picky about where the money comes from. I'm sure someone else will pay for me, right? Can you ask them for me? No one is replying to any of my texts or calls.
Of course they're not replying. Right now, we're all reading your text messages together.
What? You're the worst. How could you make me look so bad in front of everyone?
You're seriously starting to cause us a headache. Can you start catching on already? You need to pay us all back for the exact amount that you owe us. Every single penny that you owe.
Ugh, do I really owe you all that much? I'm sorry, I didn't know. Seriously, sorry. After this whole vacation, I'll be sure to pay you back. I just want to have fun with everyone is all.
Seriously, you're just like a broken record. I'm getting tired of this conversation. So, I'm gonna have Noreen contact your husband.
What? Noreen is there too?
Yeah, she is. Noreen's husband is a coworker of your husband, and also friends too, right?
I didn't realize that Noreen was with all of you too.
Yeah, I know. Because you always told her to stay quiet since you didn't want your husband to know. You were always afraid of your husband finding out.
My husband and her husband are together today too. Who would have thunk?
Really? Perfect. I'll have them talk right away.
Please, no, I'll pay you all back. I didn't have enough money for when my husband gave me my allowance each month.
Huh? Really? But all your wallets and bags are all brand name. The LV wallet that you always keep in your Chanel bag, and yet you somehow forgot it every time. Were you really trying to save money? Or were you just spending it all on random things?
Okay. Next month, I swear. I'll pay all of you back, I promise. That's enough, right? Please tell Noreen not to tell. I'm begging you right now.
I think she already told him.
What? Hang on a sec. Where are you right now? Let me explain everything.
I think it's only a matter of time before your husband finds out about you too. Does that mean your husband didn't know you were out here?
He doesn't know anything. I'm the one that manages all of his income, so he doesn't know how much I take out.
Ah, so he didn't know that you would always lie about forgetting your wallet and annoying people?
Yes, exactly. That's why I don't want you to tell him. What am I supposed to do? Can you tell him it's all a misunderstanding? If you just find a way home for me, I'll leave you all alone this time.
Of course I'm not going to lend you anything. You say this time, but we're not going to do anything with you. Not until you pay us back in full.
What? My kids too? You should feel bad for the kids. That's so mean.
The kids are kids, so I wouldn't do such a thing. That would actually be mean. I don't mind if our kids play together as much as they want, but we're not going out for lunch or tea. In fact, we're not going to go anywhere with you, never, until you pay us all back.
Oh, my husband is calling me right now. What do you think I should do? I have to go home in a hurry. Can you just spot me a little bit for the bus then?
Where's the LV wallet you always carry?
I really only had enough for the one-way here. What should I do?
It has nothing to do with us anymore. We didn't even invite you anyway. You're the weird one here, expecting to have people paying for you when you came out here. You should probably contact your husband and tell him everything that happened. Maybe you should start by apologizing to him? Alright, we're going to go have fun at the gateway now. Hope you can find your way home. Stacy ended up answering the phone and confessing everything to her husband. Her husband was confused, but came to pick her up anyway. This whole debacle caused her husband to catch on. He found out about her lavish spending on all her belongings, and he was furious. All of the brand name things were sold, and the husband decided he would be the one managing the money now. She was forced to pay everyone back using the money from selling the brand name goods. Although she paid everyone back, she decided to start working a part-time job. She apparently stopped getting invited to lunch by all her friends.
Brooke, you're not seriously still working, are you? Why don't you do the responsible thing here for once and quit your job? Then I can finally get some grandchildren out of you and my son. Would you hurry up, because I want some grandchildren before I eventually die. Along with my Peter, you need to contribute to the housework. Again, with this conversation, Sandra, you know that I have nothing to say on the matter. I don't plan on quitting my job anytime soon, so I'm sorry if that doesn't fit into your way of living. There's nothing wrong with me having a career. Now hold on just a minute there, Brooke. Do you really think this is the end of it for me? I'm sorry, what are you trying to say here? I'm making such an effort to contact you, and you're just going to let it all go and not hear me out? Do you have any sort of common sense in that brain of yours? I guess you don't, since you're always out of the house working in the first place despite being a wife to my son. This makes me completely doubt your humanity and what you should be doing for the family, which is making one. Seriously, Sandra, don't you think that you're being too old-fashioned? Whatever do you mean by that? In this day and age, it's a very normal thing for both the husband and wife to be working and sharing the housework. The things we do in this house are a little bit more unique, but if you're going to keep judging us for it, then can you just stay out of our way? We are working hard and earning money, so please don't complain about our situation. You can't say things like that to me. I'm your mother-in-law, and my opinion matters when it comes to this family. You really do have a limit to your common sense. Surely I can get rid of you just like that if you intend on speaking to me like you have, right? Please don't threaten me with those strange and scary comments. It's not going to do anyone any good. What do you even mean by getting rid of me? I mean that we don't need you in this family, and I can throw you out like garbage. Are you a non-burnable piece of waste, or would you prefer being burnt to a crisp? No. Would you quit it with your horrible jokes? They're not funny, and frankly, a crazy thing to say, Sandra. Can you blame me? You make me so angry. You'd be angry too if your darling son had a wife who was literally trash. You'll understand how I feel when you have your own children. Oh, really? Is that so? Even though I've married your son and would want to have children someday, you still won't keep your nose out of our business? I just want to live a quiet life, Sandra. What's that supposed to mean? It means what I say it means. I think it's a statement you don't need to read into very hard to understand. I'm going to leave the conversation at that, and if you want to voice your opinion, then please talk to your son about it. Since anything I try to say is just going to cause more trouble than it's worth. Isn't my son so tired from all the work he's doing? Have you given that any consideration at all? His work is not as strenuous as mine, so he's not as tired as I am. You seriously have a problem with not listening to what people are saying, don't you? I can't deal with this crap right now. I'm so angry. Would you please think about what I said for a bit and put it into action? Okay, Sandra, I understand your request, but if there's anything else, please take it up with your son. On that note, I'll leave you to it. Why have you not properly explained to your mother about our situation yet?
Brooke? What about?
I'm talking about our jobs, Peter. She's still indicating to me that she doesn't understand that we're both working. How much more can I explain what it is to her, and what would you be if I didn't work? You know that we wouldn't be able to live if I didn't work, right?
Brooke, can you be quiet for a second, please? There's no need to go out of your way to explain all that with my mother, okay? We're a happy married couple.
Happy? Ha ha. Is that some sort of a joke? I think I feel more stressed out than anything. If you can't earn your own money, then why don't you just do housework?
Is it okay for you to say that to me?
Huh? What do you mean? If I didn't tell you, who do I tell it to? Ha ha. I'm talking to you because it's about you, Peter.
Yeah, I'm your husband after all. If you say that sort of thing to me, wouldn't that hurt my mother's feelings?
Well, can you please try to understand the situation you're in and think about what you should do in a calm manner? I can no longer go along with this charade anymore, so please solve this dilemma immediately.
Okay, could you at least make dinner? It would really help since I've been trying to eat at home more these days than at the office.
I usually do make dinner when I finish work early. Isn't it a normal thing to make dinner for yourself if you're going to be late? Or rather, I make my part of the meal. You do realize you're not doing anything else right now?
Are you asking them to make it then? Are you serious?
Can you please try and make food tomorrow? You've been giving a lot of unnecessary stress over this. Is it okay if you could do that much at least, please?
All right. It's just such a hassle, though. I'll do it this one time since all of this can't be helped at the present. This time is an exception.
What are you even saying? Also, go to the unemployment office, too. Have you both decided when you're getting a divorce? Excuse me? What's brought this on all of a sudden? You made my son the breadwinner, and you're making him do the housework as well? You know for a long time I haven't liked you at all. But knowing what you were like with my son, I absolutely loathe you. Okay, I'm confused. What has housework got to do with you loathing me? What are you so mad about, Sandra? Look, I've decided that you need to get a divorce from each other. If you don't mind getting out of our lives now, that would be great. It's only natural to find a man and get married, I understand that. But you lack so much common sense, it's not even funny. What game are you playing here, Brooke? Sandra, do you really think forcing your old school ideas onto me is going to work? By housework, do you mean tonight's dinner? Yes, that's right. My son has a wife who can do that now. He shouldn't have to. Don't you realize that you're someone's wife now? Don't you have to do what you're meant to as a loyal wife? What the heck are you trying to say, Sandra? I'm obviously not getting through to you, so I filed the divorce papers myself. You can't be serious. Oh, I'm dead serious. I'm so glad that I was able to file them for you. I made a divorce paper up for you both when you got married in case there was a serious breakdown in the marriage. When I think of it, I thought there was something weird with our legal documents. You did this and kept it from us? Now you're nothing but strangers to one another. Oh, I'm so relieved. My son has gotten a divorce from his garbage of a wife. Is that all you have to say? I really didn't think that you would go that far. As you would expect, I am quite surprised. If you make my son do all the housework as an excuse for you both working, and so you don't have to, then you're not fit to be a wife. I feel so sorry for my son, but if he has a useless wife, then she should divorce him and leave. Oh, I see. You really are an expert. Oh, I am all right. I never want to see your face around these parts ever again. This has all been a complete misunderstanding on your part, and in turn made us get divorced. But of course, that's something you do, Sandra. I will no longer go against your expectations. Anything more you're wanting to say to me, Brooke? You've completely failed as a wife since you're making your own husband cook for you. You know you're doing me a disservice with blaming me for your prehistoric ideologies. I owe you my gratitude for divorcing me from your son. Well then, I will do as you wish and get a divorce, but I think that you'll regret doing this a lot. Regret it? I highly doubt it. It would be useless to have a wife like you around. When are you gonna erase yourself from our lives? Didn't I already tell you that it's okay? Your wish of me divorcing Peter has been granted, but can I just say one more thing? We worked well as a couple. Since Peter's father died, we've been thinking about how you would cope. We were planning on gifting you a 2-family-sized house. What? You were? Yes. But I can't help but tell you now what we wanted to do for you. It's no use now, even if you try to reconcile with me. We thought about you a lot, and we were going to put our plan into action. It ended up being a waste of time and effort, and now I am the only one who's working in the family, so... What the heck are you talking about, Brooke? I don't understand this at all. I said that I can't tell you, Sandra. It has to be Peter that tells you what's actually going on. What does he have to tell me? What happened? What have you done to my son? I didn't want to tell you since it's Peter's story, but he got made redundant about 6 months ago. What? He lost his job? Yep, and he's been unemployed ever since. If I were to quit my job like you told me to do, we couldn't afford the rent for our place. Hold up. So you're telling me that Peter has been unemployed for quite a while now? That's what I'm saying, Sandra. Aren't you paying attention? That's why I'm the one who's working all the time. Peter doesn't have a job, and he hardly does any housework either, so I end up being super exhausted every day. I'm relieved that you filed a divorce for us. Thank you so much for that. What? You're thanking me? But... So I'll be leaving him then. However, the place we're in is a rental, and I'm the one who parts out for the rent, so... I think it would be impossible for Peter to continue living there without an income. I think you'll have to withdraw some money for him to live there. Or he can go back to living with you, so you'll need to take care of him. This has got nothing to do with me anymore. Oh, wait, Brooke, let's talk about this in more detail, okay? What else is there to talk about? I'm already done with the talking and have nothing else to say. Do you have something to add? What's going on with the 2-family-sized house that you mentioned? What do you want to know about it? Well, you were building a 2-family house for us. Whatever will I do with it? Oh, no way, Sandra. We're divorced now, right? So, of course, we've decided to not go ahead with the 2-family house, all right? Excuse me? Why the heck not? Why would I, Sandra? Why would I build a house like that for my now ex-mother-in-law when we're divorced? Your son was more or less fired from his job because he couldn't work properly, so it seems like your son can't build the house after all. So there really is no 2-family house for me at all? You should have told me about the house before. I wouldn't have filed the divorce papers. At some point, I wanted to get a divorce as well, so there was no point telling you. I still had some feelings for him, but Peter didn't like that. I wasn't quite ready then, but I am now. You're the one that wanted a divorce, and not Peter? What is it that you're getting from the conversation that we've had so far, Sandra? I have been the one working hard and earning, and I'm done, so I wanted out of this marriage. But thanks to you, I was able to get a divorce, and I am so grateful for that. You'll end up taking care of your unemployed son who's returned home to you. Do your best, Sandra. Brooke, Wait, but I don't have the 2-family-sized house. You're handing my son back to me? That's correct. I haven't heard of this from my son, though. Why would you do something like this? Shouldn't you have explained this to me properly beforehand? You need to be held accountable for all of this. How dare you not explain this to me, Brooke? I don't get what you're saying, Sandra. How many times do you think I told your son to tell you about what's going on? By the way, I'm the one that kept telling him to talk to his own mother. But the reason why I didn't do anything was because it was a problem between the two of you. Do you get what I'm saying? He didn't know how to even make food for dinner, so he must have asked you for help. He didn't help me at all. I was so frustrated just because of all those little things, and now I'm divorced. It seems like you were the one who had trouble letting us get divorced, didn't you? I had no clue about that, so I can't help what happened. Come on now, Brooke, that's enough of this nonsense. Let's not argue over all these strange things that have occurred. Why don't we just forget about this and you can make up with Peter? Please, have a long and happy life with him. I don't think we're on the same page, Sandra. I'm not happy anymore, so I prefer being divorced from him. Besides, I don't like having you for a crazy mother-in-law. You were the one that made us get divorced without our permission, remember? I'll call the courthouse and get it removed. Everything will be just fine. Just get back with my son, please. Let me tell you, Sandra, I have no intention of fixing this. Even if you try to rip up the divorce papers, I will get a lawyer and a divorce will be finalized. You're going to go to that extreme? There's no need for you to do that. Thanks to you, Sandra, I finally realized that I wanted a divorce this whole time. I'm tired of dealing with scumbags and miserable old hags in my life. What? Who are you talking about? Oh, forget it. It doesn't matter anymore. Well, not to me anyways. And with that, I bid you farewell, Sandra. Good luck living with your downright poor son. You're gonna need it. Enjoy your lives together. In the end, it was Sandra who was the cause of Brooke and Peter getting a divorce. Peter resents his mother for finalizing his divorce from his wife. Despite being unemployed and having a bossy attitude, he lives at his mother's house. Because of Sandra, he was divorced. It seems like Peter told his mother to work since none of them had a job. Sandra had no choice but to earn a living so she could pay for her son. It seems that she will face the worst of old age since she has the added stress of working. It seems that for the time being, they can't see a bright future ahead of them.
Okay, I've finished packing up all your bags and now I want you out of the house by the end of the day. Do you understand me?
What are you talking about? I'm not about to move out of this place. You can't even kick me out. We split the rent 50-50, remember?
I don't care about that. I want you out of my life today, so just shut up and leave already.
You really are a piece of work. Do you know that, Roy? I mean, I'm not even home from work yet and you're trying to kick me out. I won't even have time to pack.
You think I care about what suits you best? Just do as I say and stay out of the house. This is all your fault that it's come to this, so if you're looking for anyone to blame, then why don't you start with yourself?
And just how is any of this my fault? You've got some nerve saying that, you know?
It's because you can't get pregnant, that's why you gotta go. I want a kid and it's clear now that you can't give me one, got it?
But that isn't my fault, Roy. I want a kid too. I'm not happy with how our baby making has gone either.
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault, is it? Well then, I guess it's not my fault if I kick you out of the house. It's just what happens.
Roy, you are seriously messed up if you think this is even remotely okay. One of these days, something is going to happen that finally knocks you down a peg or two and hopefully puts you in your place.
Just shut up already! Why are you wasting your time talking to me when you could be packing up all your things? I already have the divorce papers, by the way, so make sure you sign them when you get here. And then you can take them and drop them off once you've left the house.
And just why should I have to run around and do something like that, huh? I mean, if you already went through the trouble of packing my bags for me, you can at least finish the job and send off our divorce papers.
There you go again, always trying to share the blame, if not just outright pin it on someone else. You're already going out of the house, so why don't you do it?
You know, I guess I'm just surprised that a weakling like you managed to pack all of my bags and belongings.
What are you talking about? I've been working out. I'm not a weakling.
Oh, really? You work out? Since when do you work out?
Okay, fine, so I hired some movers to pick up your stuff. Is that what you want to hear? Are you happy now?
Well, just as long as you're telling me the truth, that's all that matters to me, really. But I don't really care how you packed my bags, to be honest.
Look, the point is that once you get here, I want you to load up your stuff and get lost. I have some errands to do, so I won't even be in the house. And when I do get back, you better not be there.
Actually, I'm glad this is happening. I've been wanting to divorce you for a long time now. But after I leave, just how are you going to afford the rent on this place? Because I know that you can't afford to live here all on your own.
You don't know anything about what I can or can't do. Don't you underestimate me.
Don't tell me that you're going to ask someone else to pay my half of the rent for you.
Of course I'm not going to do anything like that. Quit jumping to conclusions. I am more than capable of being able to afford this place all on my own.
No. I already know that you can't. Not to mention the fact that you're a terrible liar. Who is it? Is there another girl? Is that why you're chasing me out of my own home? Why didn't you just ask for her help in packing up all my stuff? It would have saved you the money you spent on the movers.
There you go again, jumping to conclusions. Well, I'm not going to play this game of yours.
But what I don't get is why you feel the need to hide this from me anyways. I mean, we're already getting divorced, right? So what's the point?
I said quit making assumptions about me. You and I are through, so quit asking me questions. I never want to see you again.
You really are just scum. Do you know that, Roy?
Gina, I heard that you moved back in with Mom and Dad. What happened? I was just there visiting with them, but I went home yesterday. I would have stayed longer if I knew that you were coming home.
Well, everything happened yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to give anyone a heads up. But anyways, I'm going to be staying with Mom and Dad for a while, so come over sometime soon and we can talk.
But what happened? Don't tell me that you got into a fight with Roy or something.
Not really a fight per se, but we did decide to get divorced.
You did? Well, that's great news. Congratulations.
Wait, what? Did you read what I just said? Roy and I are getting divorced!
I know, but just think about it. Roy was no good for you at all. I really didn't want to say anything to you beforehand, but you really have just the worst taste in men. And Roy is just another example of that now.
Jeez, did Roy really have that many red flags that I didn't see?
Okay, well, like, even at your wedding, he came off as really arrogant and just really rubbed me the wrong way. To be honest, I couldn't believe that this was the guy that you were going to marry. He just gave me the sense that he would run around on you as soon as you got married.
And you're telling me that I just didn't pick up on any of that? What was I thinking?
Well, I'm sorry. I would have said something, but I figured I was a little late since you two were already married. But I am a bit relieved to hear that things didn't work out for the two of you. I just hope that you can learn from this lesson, sis.
Well, I certainly have learned a lot. But I think I also paid a lot for the lesson. Either way, I suppose I did this to myself, and I take responsibility for it.
Anyways, I'm about to get home, but I would love to call and talk all about what happened.
I would really appreciate that, actually. Let's do that.
Wow, I just really can't believe what a scumbag he was. I mean, that was way worse than anything that I was imagining.
I know, right? I can't believe there's someone like him that really exists in this world. Although, ever since we got married, I got the feeling that he was revealing more and more of his true self. But I just never expected that everything would come to an end the way that it did.
So then what are you going to do now, Gina? Well, for now I'm going to look for apartments where I can live by myself and just continue with my work, I guess. No, not about that. I mean, what are you going to do to get back at Roy? Oh, I don't really care what happens to him at this point. As long as he keeps his distance from me and I never have to deal with him again, I can't really complain. But Gina, he cheated on you, right? You have to make him pay for that. I know he did, but I just really don't want to think about that right now. Anyways, I think I know what I really have to do. So don't worry. What is that supposed to mean? What is it that you have to do? I'll tell you in person the next time you come over. I'll tell you all about it over a couple of drinks.
I can't believe that you really showed up. I mean, who in their right mind goes to their ex-husband's wedding? You still must really love me, huh?
What are you talking about? You were the one who sent me the invitation, remember? You said that you wanted to see just how bad the years had been to me since we broke up. If you think I can because I still have feelings for you, you're very wrong.
Oh, please, there's no use in trying to hide it. It's obvious that you still love me. And I really did want to see just how far you'd fallen. It makes for the perfect wedding present.
Honestly, I just came here to bear witness more than anything. I can't help but feel sorry for this poor woman that you tricked into marrying you. There's no way she knows what you're really like.
Of course she does. She's well aware of what a gentleman I am, and we're gonna make a happy family together. So you can bear witness all you want. It's just gonna bum you out, though.
Yeah, I'm sure it will, actually.
I mean, really, to think that my barren old ex-wife would come to see me get married. But on top of that, you had to try and surprise me by pretending to be pregnant.
I actually am pregnant. I'm pregnant with twins right now.
Wait, what? What's that supposed to mean?
It means that I am currently pregnant with 2 children. Do you not know what twins are? I met the father not long after you and I broke up, and we got hitched pretty soon after that.
Wait a second, so are you really pregnant?
That's right. And you know what that means, right? It wasn't me who was the problem when it came to not having any kids.
Wait a second, what is this? What are you trying to say? It's always the girl's fault. Since when has a guy ever not been able to have kids?
Yeah, I think you're not alone in terms of being a guy who feels that way. But there are also plenty of men as well as women who need fertility treatments. Although you are more than content to just blame women for your impotency.
But so that's why you never got pregnant while you were married? Well, whatever. It's not like the only reason why I left you was because I didn't think you could have kids. My new wife is just better than you in every single way. I still come out on top in this.
What are you talking about?
I mean that I was never leaving you because you couldn't have kids. I was always leaving you because I just love my new wife more than I ever loved you. How does that feel? I bet it hurts, doesn't it?
Do you seriously just have no shame or something? You literally told me it was because I couldn't have kids, and now you're just making up excuses for yourself. I honestly have no idea what I saw in you or what anyone might ever see in you.
See, the fact that you have to resort to all personal attacks and stuff like that tells me all that I need to know. Well, I don't care because I'm going to be happily married for the rest of my life now.
But you haven't even seen the big surprise that I planned for you.
What surprise are you talking about? I haven't heard of any plans.
Well, yeah, it's a surprise. That was kind of the point. Anyways, maybe you should take a look at the big TV hanging above the hall where everyone is gathered.
The big TV? Oh no, what do you have planned? What are you gonna do, huh?
Oh, just watch and see. It's starting soon.
Wait a second, what is this? What's going on?
Well, this would be a recording of you and your new wife meeting up while you and I were still married. This next clip is of you inviting her over to our home while I had to work late one night.
No, you're lying. You took these after we already broke up. That doesn't prove anything, okay? It's certainly not that I ever cheated on you. Please, you have to tell everyone that this isn't right.
Actually, this video has audio that proves it was while we were still together. Shall we take a listen?
Wait, no, you didn't have to unmute the video!
I knew you were cheating on me for a while before we split up, Roy. So I had our house bugged with microphones and cameras everywhere.
You bugged out our own house? What's the matter with you?
So there's recordings of you telling this other woman that you were packing up my things and were going to kick me out. We hadn't even broken up by that point, and yet you're telling this woman all about your plans to leave me for her.
How could you do this to me?
I felt the same way when I first heard that you were cheating on me. So I did something about it.
Oh, please, just turn it off already.
Why? We're getting to the most shocking part. You never told your wife that you and I were married. She always thought that we were only ever dating and just broke up.
Just make it stop, I'm begging you.
She didn't know anything about any kind of divorce. But at least it explains why you didn't want her helping you pack my things. She might have seen some proof that you and I were actually married.
Just turn it off already. How many times do I have to ask? Of course, my new wife Fiona never knew that she was the other woman. I could never hurt her like that.
Well, now you have hurt her. You were always hurting her because you were lying to her.
But you didn't have to do this. Things were going so well for me.
Maybe if you give me a sincere apology, I'll let you off the hook just this once.
Please, I've already quit my job. If you ruin my marriage, then my life is over.
What are you talking about? Why would you quit your job to get married?
Because my wife's dad is the president of a huge company, and I was gonna get a position there through him.
Oh, I see. Well, I can't really see that happening anymore. But good luck with future job prospects.
Come on, you can't do this. There's important people here at my wedding. You've totally ruined my reputation.
And just what did I do exactly?
What didn't you do? You put videos of me for everyone to see. You've ruined everything.
I didn't do anything but show the people here who you really are. Can you please stop trying to play the victim?
I can't believe you would do this to me. All I wanted was a child. Is that really so bad?
It is when you decide to blame the women in your life for something that's your problem.
I know I shouldn't have done that. You're right.
I know I'm right. And I'm going to be suing you for cheating on me while we were married.
What? Are you serious? Haven't you done enough to me already? If you really knew that I was cheating on you this whole time, then why didn't you say something beforehand?
Well, that's because I already wanted to divorce you by then. But when I got your invitation to your wedding, I knew that it was also going to be my chance to show everyone who you really are.
You're crazy! No sane person would do something like this!
Well, it wasn't just me. I had a lot of help from my little sister in arranging this. Oh my, it seems like people are getting up to leave the wedding.
Oh no, where did my wife go? I mean, she isn't even my wife yet, but we were so close. I can't find her anywhere.
I think that she probably learned a very valuable lesson. And hopefully you've learned one too, Roy. Although I think the consequences for yours are going to be a bit worse than your almost wife's. After that, the wedding quickly fell apart and the couple-to-be did not end up getting married. Unfortunately, it being the day of the wedding, there was no way to cancel what had already been reserved, and Roy had to pay for it all. I hear the whole affair cost nearly $100,000. Then, he was also sued by his would-be wife for lying to him during their engagement. And that was only after I had taken my share for Roy's cheating during our marriage. By the end of it all, Roy was left with barely a penny to his name. He had no other choice but to go and live with his parents. Except they didn't want him back home either. I have no idea what he's up to now. As for me, I had my twins a few weeks ago, and I'm still staying with my parents who, along with my sister, are helping take care of them while I search for a place that can fit us all.
Hey, old lady! Don't you think it's getting time for you to stop faking being my mom and just leave me alone? You really thought you could just meet my fiance before the wedding saying you're my mom like that? When did I ever say it was okay for you to talk to him in the first place?
Rin, what has gotten into you? I understand that I'm not your mother by blood or anything, but I've been with you for 10 years now, ever since you were in middle school. I may just be your stepmother, but I still believe I have the right to meet that man.
In other words, you mean you're a fake, right?
That's not at all what I mean by being your stepmother. I have made sure to take care of you for the longest time now, like your mother. And at your age, now you should be able to understand that I've always wanted the best for you, right? Even though you were just some kid that your dad brought along with him when the two of us started to take things seriously, I made sure to think of you as my own.
That's nasty to hear from some old woman. Acting like you're so amazing for doing that, even though you never had to. You even went and acted all high and mighty around him by saying you're my mom. That's so freaking embarrassing. I had to explain everything to him about you after that, and it was a total waste of my valuable time.
But even your fiancé was willing to understand me. He didn't even bother that I'm your stepmother calling myself your mom. The only person that seems to be all worked up about this right now would be you, Rin. Now end that attitude, please. This has been the structure of our family for a decade now. Maybe even thank me for putting up with you all this time.
Thank you for that? I'll have you know that I'm never going to be thanking you for anything you've done. The thankfulness I have for you is non-existent. So there you go.
I don't think that right now is the greatest time to be saying such things to me, Rin.
I have to ask, do you actually plan on coming to my wedding?
Huh? What are you saying? Why do you think I wouldn't go? That'd be completely strange of me to not come to my own daughter's wedding, right?
Well, only if I was your actual daughter. But you don't have any daughters, do you? So, that's why I'm asking you to stay away from my wedding, okay?
Do you think because I'm not that forward with myself, you can just get away with saying that? Talking down to me because I'm your stepmother, even though I was glad to make someone I never asked for my own. Don't you think you're going a little too far right now, Rin? I have been trying my best with you for these past 10 years, so hearing you say all these horrible things to me really hurts.
If you do end up coming to my wedding, you won't have a seat prepared for you. I have no reason to prepare a seat for someone that's faking being my mother, right?
Calling me a fake, though? I have always wanted to be like your real mom. After marrying your father years ago, I've done everything I could to show you that I care about you as well. Can you please respect me just a bit more as your stepmother? I've been raising you for a decade now, Rin. What's so bad about having me at your wedding?
Well, I just recommend that you don't come. Because I don't see you as my real mom. All you'll do is embarrass yourself by coming, so I would definitely recommend staying away. Because, once again, you're not my mom. Just some secondary wife, right?
You really are just having a blast saying these things about me, huh? Ever since I married your father, everything has been smooth sailing. And up until recently, you and I have never been at arms with one another. Why have you started to act this way towards me now?
That's because I finally realized that you're just a fake and that's it. Everyone knows that the real thing is way better to have around than some wannabe.
I'm starting to see that you really enjoy calling me a fake. Well, I suppose there's nothing else I can really say to you over text right now. I just hope you take a little time before your wedding to calm down a bit and rethink having me at your wedding. I'd like you to look at things as though you're an adult.
Do not come to my wedding today. You are just a stranger now, so don't show up.
What are you talking about now? Today is one of the most important days of your life, right? You are my stepdaughter after all, so I'm going to have to come see you. Will you allow me to please be there to celebrate your big day?
I asked my real mom to come today, and so there's no seat here for you.
Huh? What do you mean you asked your real mom to come?
My real mom is coming. Actually, I've recently been getting back in touch with my real mom after she started texting me out of the blue.
Huh? When you say your mom, you mean your actual mom?
What else would I mean by that? So, your life living as my stepmother is over now. I'm going to be cutting ties with you now. And besides, there's only enough room here for one mom, and so it's been reserved for her. I mean, why wouldn't I have my real mother here as opposed to some fake?
You really asked that person to come to your wedding? Are you really okay?
What do you mean by that one? This is my own flesh and blood mother. Of course I'm okay with her coming to my biggest day.
Did you forget about how she left you behind in middle school and got up and just vanished from you and your dad? You had a terrible time back then, right?
Shut up already! I don't want some stranger talking to me about my life. My mom had a lot of things going on in her life, so she had no other choice at the time. And she's the only one that truly understands what hardships she had to face then. So I'm going to make you shut up by ending things between us right now. I'm sure that my mom and dad will get back together with one another, and today will be the start of that.
I don't think that'll ever happen, Rin.
Compared to you, my mom's a way better mother. Well, I guess there was no comparing you both, though, because I've never once seen you as my mother.
Is that so? Rin, I completely understand how you feel about me now. After all the blood and sweat I gave to raise you as my own, you have made things very clear after all the horrible things you've told me recently. But I don't mind. After this, there will be nothing left for the two of us to talk about.
Just remember that I only prepared one seat, and that's been saved for my real mom. So don't bother trying to come. I never thought of you as my mom, you fake. So hurry up and get out of here!
So that's what you really want then, right?
All those that have been fake need to leave.
Well, whatever happens after this is not going to be my problem then.
Good.
I'll do the same as you and make this the last time I ever talk to you. But of course, there was never a close relationship between us in the first place, so this won't be so bad for me. Goodbye forever, Rin. I hope you have a happy wedding.
Things are out of control right now. Come and help me, Lori. Where are you at right now?
Excuse me, who is this?
Stop trying to make stupid jokes with me, Lori. Hurry up and get back to the wedding. If things keep going like this, I'll be in huge trouble.
Are you really trying to screw with me or something? Why would I have any reason to come back there?
Huh? Why?
I'm finished with you, Rin. And I even did as you asked and went back home. We had last talked an hour ago, so what did you think I'd have done in that time? What do you want from me now? You understand that I don't need you anymore, right?
Lori, please! I'm bawling my eyes out right now. Please, answer the phone call for me.
Huh? What are you even talking about? You and I are complete strangers now, right? Oh, wait. We've always been complete strangers. So after all that fuss you made about me, why would you think of me as anyone besides a stranger?
Wait, but I'm seriously crying a lot right now. Can't you see that I'm in a terrible pinch right now?
I cannot.
What?
And even if I could see that you're in trouble, I'd do nothing about it. You having a fit right now over something has nothing to do with me and my life.
I get it. I'll tell you outright. My real mom is crazy.
Oh? What do you mean by her being crazy?
Some messed up woman came into my wedding out of nowhere. When I had met with her before, she was never that way, but she began going through all the food at the buffet like a maniac, and now she's hitting on all the men here.
That's even worse than I was thinking she'd be like. But I guess it can happen.
And now my fiancé's whole family and all my friends know that someone like her is my real mom. Right now, I'm so embarrassed by everything she's done.
Did you never know that your real mom was that kind of woman? She had started talking with you again after so long, so I assumed you understood the person she is.
I didn't have any memories of her, and she started to text me again asking to meet up. And then we went out once to eat and chat about life, but I never thought that she'd turn out to be some lunatic. Even my fiancé himself was disgusted by what he saw from her, and at the moment he's thinking about canceling the wedding. Now the security is coming to deal with her. And Dad got so upset with me asking why I'd invited her to my wedding and ended up leaving before the wedding even started. What should I do right now?
You're asking me that? Why would you ask me?
I let my dad know the reason why I didn't want you to come to my wedding. But I never wanted him to get upset with me and leave over it. Go and explain all of this to him. He said if he doesn't get a good explanation for all of this, he's going to be done with me as his daughter.
Well, of course he'd do that.
Why are you acting like this doesn't matter to you? Do you not see how huge of a deal this is for me right now? He was even supposed to help pay for this wedding and other things, but now that's never going to happen. What should I do, Lori?
You asked me to never come to that wedding, right, Rin? So how am I supposed to tell you what to do now? I think your best choice now is to just embrace the reality you've just made.
Huh? What do you mean, embrace this reality?
I'm saying there's no turning back for you now. Did you never realize that I was the one paying for your wedding, as well as for you both to go on your honeymoon?
You were. My dad wasn't going to be the one doing that?
I was. We'd even talked about this at dinner, but as usual, you never listened to anything we said. Well, I'm not paying for you guys anymore, so you can go ahead and afford all of that by yourself.
Huh? What?
You are nothing to me anymore, Rin, and so there's no reason for me to pay for you, right? I don't even want to hand any more money to you, so don't expect anything. You're going to have to pay it all off yourself, so after this, make sure to work hard for all that money.
Wait a second, Lori. A lot of the people at the wedding are starting to leave, and I think the wedding has totally been canceled now. And my fiancé's family is all really pissed off. And everyone is asking for me to return all the presents I had been gifted from them. And if you're not going to be paying anything for this wedding, then I'm going to be getting into some really bad debt.
And that's all nothing I care about. Do your best to work hard and pay all of that off. I've also made sure to cancel your guys' honeymoon trip for you.
Huh? Are you serious?
If you really still want to go with your upset husband, or alone, then you can pay for that with your own money, right? I have no plans to ever fork money over to you again, so that's your only option. Take some responsibility for the reality you've just created for yourself. Now, I'll be going.
Wait, Mom!
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, I meant Lori. I'm not sure what has gotten into me recently. But I had really just wanted to be with my real mother again. And maybe that's what made me start acting out against you, like you weren't the one that cared for me. After all, you were the one that stuck with me and made sure I was raised well. And so I still believe that you're my mom. You should be okay with me still calling you Mom, right? Please, let's just go back to being a close family with one another.
Huh? Why are you trying to act as though you've done nothing horrible these past few weeks? It's not going to happen, Rin.
What?
You have really pissed me off with the attitude you've given me recently. And so I've had enough of whatever you thought was okay to say and do to me. I cannot believe that the girl I thought was so cute and kind could turn out the way you are now. So believe me when I say that you are a complete stranger to me now.
You're going cold to me just like that? Only a few hours ago you believed that I was still your daughter, right?
Well, when you decided to make things the worst they could be between you and I with that gross attitude you had, I was at a loss for words. I'm pretty sure you and I will never see one another again, so have a great life. You and that fiancé of yours try hard to rekindle whatever love you guys had. Well, as long as that's even possible now. Go find your real mom and try and ask her for help, okay? The fake will now be leaving your life forever.
I was never being serious when I called you a fake. Forgive me, please. I can't make it on my own without my mom. Have you just forgotten about the past 10 years we've had together?
Well, after the way you've treated me, I thought it was completely fine to forget about all that. Really, I don't ever want to see or hear from you again, and your dad has pretty much cut ties with you now.
If the both of you are gone, then what am I going to do?
Isn't this great? You got to finally meet your real mom again. A woman that loves to spend money and is ridden with debt. She's even the type where if she gets the chance, she'll steal money from others. Well, go find her and ask for her to take care of you now. Goodbye, Rin. In the end, Rin was left dealing with a very upset fiancé, or should I say husband, since a week before they had handed in their wedding papers. He had had enough of her and her real mother, and so he began to move towards divorcing her. But Rin no longer had a home to go back to, and so she really was in a pinch like she'd said. As for all the money she'd had in her savings, it vanished into paying off the cancellation fees for the wedding. And now she's stuck dealing with a mother that keeps asking for her to spare her some cash. Rin tried to get Lori to help her, but Lori really was finished with her, and so she ended up blocking Rin, and doing as Rin had originally asked of her. I'm sure that Rin is left wondering what she could possibly do now, but her best bet would be to listen to exactly what Lori had told her and find a job to start working non-stop to make back whatever money she's lost. And if she plans on keeping the money she makes, it's best she gets rid of that crazy mom of hers that'll probably suck her dry in no time. But as for Lori, her and her husband have made the right choice in blocking Rin out of their life and will no longer have to worry about whatever problems she gets herself into.
Vanessa, I heard about this from Mom. Are you really going to be getting married? That has to be a lie, right? There's no reason you should be able to get married to anyone right now.
I'm not sure why you think I couldn't get married to anyone at this time, but I am getting married. And I am planning on sending invitations to all the family here soon. So if you don't mind coming to the wedding, I'd love to see you there.
Huh? So you really are getting married then, aren't you? Stop screwing around.
What about this means that I'm screwing around?
You know that I'm your older sister, right? Older sister. So why do you, the younger sister, get to be married before I do? Normally, people would let their older siblings get married first before making their move.
What do you mean by that? I didn't think there was any normalcy to when siblings should be getting married. I just assumed it was based on timing, and that's it. I don't mean to get married before you as an insult or anything. I just happened to find a man that I wanted to live the rest of my life with and marry soon.
Do you really think it's okay for you to be happy with your soulmate before I am?
Huh? I don't get what you keep going on about. I didn't think there was anything wrong with me being happy with the man of my dreams. And I never related me being in this position before you, Emily. I'm not even married yet, and I'm still just as happy as I'll be after the marriage. So explain to me what you mean by me being happy before you with my soulmate.
You stop thinking about marrying that man right now. No, you're not marrying that man. Not until I have a man of my own that I'm married to first.
Emmy, would you quit acting like a child right now? Are you acting this way because you're jealous of me getting married? If you are thinking that, it's a total waste of your energy, so just don't worry about me. I think you're better off using all that energy finding a way to make yourself happy. Whether that's with another man or on your own.
Jealous? Why would I be jealous of your marriage? I am just disgusted by the fact that you're not playing by the rules.
What rules are you even talking about, though?
It's always been that the oldest sister is the first one to get married and leave the family. That's what I'm talking about.
That is not any kind of story or rule that I've ever heard of. What century ago was that rule ever a thing? Seems to me like something from way back, so you should just cool it and let me do what I want to do. And if that means you not coming to my wedding, then that's fine with me and you can stay away. I don't want any bad feelings between us, so just stop trying with me. See ya. It looks like Emmy's pretty upset with me right now.
Sure seems that way, doesn't it? But I had to tell her eventually that you'd be getting married. So there really was no way of us avoiding this.
Why is she so upset with me, though? Wasn't she supposed to be getting married herself?
She probably hasn't told you anything about it, but her and her fiancé broke up.
What?
The man she was with wanted to borrow her money. And so he did. Borrow a lot and ran off. Which left Emmy in a rough spot to the point she left her job. And so for a whole year now, she's been living back at home with us here.
So that's probably the reason she's having such a tantrum over me. I can understand her a bit more now. But although it's really sad that something like that had to happen to her, there's no reason for her to be taking out her feelings on me. I didn't do anything to her.
Right.
So at the moment, she's back at her home doing nothing at all with herself.
She's trying to find someone that she can get married to. But as for any sort of job, there is none.
I see. But I think it's not healthy for her to be getting all worked up over my marriage. I'm a bit worried now that she might do something outrageous at my wedding if she's in a mood.
I would really like for her to toughen up a bit and get back on both her feet. Now she's going to be living in our house forever if she doesn't do something with herself. I've even told her how I feel about that.
Well, let's just hope that she doesn't plan to do anything before or at my wedding.
I'd sure love to think that she'd stop taking out her frustrations on you. But who knows what she'll do?
I already told her that it's okay if she doesn't come to the wedding, so I'm sure she'll take me up on that and stay away. I'll try not to make her more upset than she already is.
Sucks to see that the wonderful wedding dress you planned to wear is totally ruined now. And just before the beginning of your wedding. Huh. I guess you'll have to cancel the wedding today, right?
What are you talking about? What wedding dress are you talking about? What is that picture that you just sent me of?
That would be your wedding dress. I made it completely black by pouring ink all over it.
That's my dress?
I'm sure it's hard to tell now that it's messed up. But you have no hopes of having a wedding now in that kind of dress, right? I'm going to make sure that I'm the one becoming happy before you can.
So, you did all that with the hopes of having my wedding canceled?
That's exactly right. I'm glad all has gone to plan for me so far.
And you thought that you were at the location of my wedding?
Huh? What did you say? The location of your wedding today was written on the invitation you sent. So I made sure to show up early and ruin that dress before anyone came into the dressing room. I wanted to keep it as a surprise for you to see soon, but couldn't keep myself from telling you about it. Now you can see that it's completely unacceptable for you to get married before your older sister. After having your wedding dress turned completely black, your wedding is over.
The wedding I'm having today is at a church, though.
Huh?
I see that you're excited to hear that my wedding is canceled, but my wedding is being held at a church, and my dress is nothing like that one in the picture. I didn't even rent a dress for the wedding because Mom will be letting me wear hers.
What are you going on about? You're lying, right?
Why would you think that I'd be lying to you? I think the dress you've just ruined is some stranger's. Ruining someone you don't even know's dress? Do you understand what might happen to you now?
What are you talking about, Vanessa? This has to be your dress. I made sure that this place was the exact place you had on your invitation.
Maybe you thought that you read the address right, but I'm not holding my wedding outside today. I will have mine in a church, and I don't plan to have a dress that big on for the wedding. The wedding will only be inside this church, although I'm aware that some weddings might take place in the courtyard outside of here.
Wait a second. I have no idea what you're trying to tell me right now.
Well, just know that that dress you've ruined is not the one I'm going to wear today. And so with that, whatever happens to you now has nothing to do with me. I have a wedding to prepare for now, so you can figure out what to do on your own now. Also, after seeing how screwed up you are by doing all of that out of jealousy, I'd like you to never come around me again. So go ahead and handle all of that on your own. And never talk to me again.
You hold on, Vanessa. Why are you going off on me like this right now? I did all of that to your dress, so you should be freaking out right now. I never heard anything about you having your wedding in a church or that you'd wear Mom's dress.
I never did mention any of that to you, and I'm very lucky now that I hadn't after seeing what mess you got yourself into. I'm going to completely cut ties with you now. So never come around me or talk to me again. I can't even believe you'd try something like that with your own little sister because of your jealousy.
So, This is seriously someone else's dress. I really thought that it'd be yours.
How many times do I have to tell you that's not my dress for you to understand? Do you need me to say it in another language for you?
Stop that! You can't even be upset with me now because this is all on you.
What? Why is it all on me?
If you'd known that it wasn't your dress, then why didn't you tell me sooner? You should have told me that you'd be wearing Mom's dress the last time we talked so that I could have ruined her dress instead. So this is all your fault.
You stop with all that BS right now. You are nothing more than a total prick of a sister right now.
Huh? A prick? What?
I'm not going to let you go off on me telling me that what you've done is my fault somehow. I have nothing to do with your mental disabilities. You've always been that way. Anytime something doesn't go your way, you blame it all on me. You think that you can just keep running away from your responsibilities like you're a 3-year-old? Well, you're in your late 30s now, so stop acting like a child or we'll have to put you in an institution.
But I didn't do anything wrong. It's all of you that have been doing things wrong.
Huh? All of us? So you're telling me it's all our fault that you are jobless and can't find anyone willing to marry a woman with childlike behavioral issues?
I say you all, but primarily it's all your fault.
Oh, come on now. I haven't done anything to cause you to act like a loser. All you think to say is that this is all my fault, but have you ever thought of replacing me with you? I haven't had anything to do with your life. The only thing I've ever done is live my own life. You have been the one to work your own jobs and the one in charge of your own happiness. And the reason that you're in such a crappy place right now is all due to yourself. It's not Mom or Dad's fault. It's not my fault. It's nobody but your own fault. So stop acting like a goddamn child. You are 33 years old now, so get off your butt and make a life of your own, you idiot.
You didn't have to say all of that to me. You're going to make me fall apart again. Why are you saying all of that to me? You have no right to be saying things like that about me. Do you really think it's okay to talk to your older sister like that?
Do you think it's okay to act that way because you're my older sister? Shut the hell up.
It's messed up that you talk to me that way, though.
Then let me ask you this. Do you think it's okay to spill ink all over some random person's dress like that? Maybe I'm not the one that's as messed up as you think.
I told you I didn't think it was some stranger's wedding dress. If I'd known that, I would have never spilled ink all over it. I was dang sure that that was going to be your wedding dress today.
Wait. It doesn't even matter whose dress it was in the first place. You are messed up for doing that all the same. If anything, you would have been in even more trouble had it been my dress. I would have made sure that you got sued in court.
Sue me? Your own family?
After showing me the person you really are, you're not family to me. You're not even like a sister to me anymore, so I'd be totally fine making you suffer. The fact that you thought it was funny to ruin someone else's big day, that's something most people would never even think of doing, so you're like a monster at this point. And another thing, the wedding that'll be taking place outside the church today in that courtyard is of a girl whose father is the sheriff of this town.
Huh?
We had seen them a while back when coming here to set up our wedding, and they mentioned that to us. The soon-to-be bride mentioned her father being high up in the police force or something like that. And I think I even spoke to him once.
What the hell? Now that's a joke. There's no way something like that could be true. Stop trying to make me freak out anymore.
Well, you'll find out the truth eventually, I'm sure. I know that you're at someone else's wedding location right now, but if it's of the girl whose dad's a sheriff, then you'll be in for a great time.
Stop trying to mess with me. Even if it is her dress, I've already started running away, so they'll never find me. The moment I fully realized it wasn't your dress, I ran from there. I didn't want to see the end of how badly I screwed up that stranger's day. Just make sure that you don't say anything to them if you see them.
Oh, it does seem like it was the wedding in the courtyard that you happened to mess up.
What? Huh?
So I think I'll let them know what happened. I'll try my best to make the story sound credible. I'll tell them that even though you're my older sister, you had a deep jealousy that you couldn't control and thought you were ruining my wedding. All right, I just let them know all of that for you. And I think her parents are not taking it too well. They said something along the lines of having you not only pay for the wedding dress, but for the whole wedding itself.
Hold on, what? You went and told them just now. I just ran over a mile away now, and you're saying there was no point to it?
Did you really think you could run away from your mistakes this time? Whether it's today or a few days from now, they are going to find you and take you down. The dress she has seems like something with quite a price tag on it as well. And it wasn't just a rental, but a dress that she'd bought herself and had placed at the wedding. You really screwed up this time, Emmy.
Why are you laughing? Nothing about this is funny in any sense. Oh, wait. Well, what should I do now?
I am about to start my wedding, so I can't do anything for you. But I can already see her dad getting into his patrol car, and he called for some backup to start searching for you. And Mom and Dad just told me that you can do whatever you'd like to try and evade them, even mentioning that you should try punching one of the officers. That way you can spend some time in jail and away from us. It's really up to you now how you plan to take responsibility for this.
Wait. I can't be taken into custody by the police. I didn't think something this scary could happen to me. I just wanted you to feel the same pain I've been feeling all my life. Why did this have to happen?
Because you have messed up thoughts like that. Well, it seems like the only one that will be feeling the pain you've always been experiencing will be yourself.
But you and I are sisters, right? Do something about this and help me.
I can't do anything for you. You did all of this to yourself, and you have to answer for it. And you're an adult now, and in your 30s at that, so you can learn today what happens when you try and ruin someone else's day. Just remember that Mom, Dad, and I are all cutting ties with you. So never show your face to us again. Your lack of handling your own emotions has really done it to you this time. Now, have a great one. I hope they don't go easy on you, Emmy. In the end, Vanessa and her husband were able to have a wonderful wedding together with all their friends and family. And Emmy was caught by the police and the sheriff and taken away to somewhere that nobody knew of. After a few days and being given her phone back, she tried time and time again to get Vanessa to help her. But at that point, Vanessa was on her honeymoon and didn't look at her phone. And because of that, Vanessa was left to her own demise. However, after a few months had passed, Vanessa made a surprise visit to her parents' house and made it seem as though she had really grown up into a full adult. She had a job again, working on a factory line, but she didn't say much else to her mom about what she'd been experiencing on her own. I'm sure that whatever it was too troubling to have to tell anyone. But after that little visit with her parents, she left and never came back to them again. And I'm sure that's for the best, as nobody wanted her around anyway. Stacy, thank you for wanting to come to see us, as it seemed to make you happy, but next time can you make sure to let me know first? Coming out of nowhere like this makes it hard for me to match my schedule with the hospital's. Why? Why do I have to listen to you, Brianna, and match what I do with the plans you have? And you were able to come answer me immediately, so everything's fine now. I just wanted to come over to give you your gift for having a baby, so don't be so mouthy with me for trying my best. You really have all sorts of reasons for being the worst wife imaginable. Maybe you're starting to go crazy right now after having your baby. They say sometimes when a woman has her baby, she begins to have depression and go crazy because she's not carrying it anymore. You must be mental now, right? Anyway, you complaining to me about not respecting you and your schedule after handing you your gift was a mistake on your part. I'm sorry. Thank you for wanting to bring a gift. I'm happy that you happened to think of me while I was having the baby. Whatever. I'm starting to doubt you as a person, Brianna, because of the way you've handled this. Maybe I'll just turn around and head back home now so that I don't have to be stressed over you any longer. Stacy, I'm sorry for being a bit rude with you earlier, but don't you ever come around me and my son again. I've been thinking about things between us for a bit now, and I don't want you anywhere near us as I raise him. What is going on with you now, Brianna? Especially with a harsh attitude like that, I'm worried you really do need to see the psych ward. But anyway, you don't even have to ask me to stay away because I never planned on seeing you both again. That's true, you hate my guts as it is. But what you did today was unforgivable. Oh, and what could that have been? Don't start playing dumb now, please. The moment you came and saw us again, what exactly was it you said to my boy when you saw his face? You said that even though he's your oldest son's baby, he is not cute at all, and then laughed. Then you followed up by saying it must all be my genetics. You really just stood there making fun of your own grandchild after he was just born. Do you have a good enough reason for doing that? I just wanted to say what I thought was all. You're an ugly woman after all, and so the child you gave birth to happens to share the same traits as you. He looks just like you, and so me complimenting him the same way I'd compliment you is only natural, right? There's no need to be upset. That kid may be my grandchild, but he looks like a dang monkey. Also, today wasn't just about you coming to see us and your grandchild, right? The real reason you came to us was for more money. You're a rude one, aren't you? I had no reason to be there for your guys' money. How can you say that now? You came in and told us that after coming all this way to see a monkey, we should at least pay for your taxi ride home. And as you said that and I lay there in the hospital bed, you reached into my purse and took out $300. Well, why are you being so stingy right now, huh? I was being nice by coming out to see that kid, and so it's only fair that you pay for my means of transportation, right? You can't be so selfish when dealing with someone like me. I have to live off of what little social security I have left. I am once again sorry. My son woke up and so I had to stop talking with you for a bit to care for him. But either way, I'm telling you that from now on, you're no longer invited to come see us. We've known for a while now that you've had troubles with money, and that's why we've been giving you an allowance. And we tried our best to stay quiet even though you'd been so rude to me about everything, but I can't take it anymore. I am the wife of your second oldest son, and he and I have been working hard for our son. And I was fine dealing with your rude remarks to me every now and then, but I assumed you'd lighten up about us when we had our baby boy. I had at least hoped that when you came to see him, you'd say how cute he is and open up to us a bit more. But I can see you just want to hate my baby and me now. I now see that you're not happy for us to have a baby, and that's fine, because I'm no longer dealing with you as my mother-in-law. You always have to make such a fuss. I even made sure to give you that gift. Does that not make you at least a little happy for me coming to see you guys? You really must be moneyless if you can't understand how precious that gift to you was. I can't believe my son chose to marry you. I can't even see you as anything other than a witch now. And it was because of that gift from you that I'm in a rage now. What the hell even was that? Can't you just stop yourself from picking on me at least once? In what world is giving 5 cents to someone after giving birth a good gift? Especially when it's coming from the mother-in-law. You have no reason to be complaining to me. I was very thoughtful giving you that even 5 cents as a gift. Maybe you could try thanking me for that. It's not like you deserve any more money after giving birth to that monkey. Well, then I'm going to stop giving you any more money as well. Huh? Giving me money? What are you on about? I know that my money is coming from my son. So you have no right as his crappy wife to be speaking for him. I know that you're good for absolutely nothing, Brianna. That's the whole reason why you can't even give birth to a half-decent looking baby. If that thing grows up one day, it'll turn out to be nothing more than a waste crawling through our society. Phil, how much time do you have? I have something we really need to be talking about.
It's rare of you to text me this time of day. What's up?
Actually, today your mom came to the hospital to see our son.
What? She did? She was telling me that she didn't even want to see our boy. At least, that's what I remember her saying. So I guess in the end, she did want to see her grandchild.
No, that's not the reason. She didn't come all the way here to see our baby, but rather to take some more money from me.
Your money?
And if you want to hear more about it, she even said that our boy isn't cute at all while laughing about it. And as a gift to me for having the baby, she gave me 5 cents. And then she told me that since she came all that way to see us, she needed money for her taxi. And since I'm still in the hospital bed, she went and reached into my purse and took my money out of it.
What? She came there and made fun of our son? And she only gave you 5 cents as a gift? Does she not see how awful she's being right now? What the hell is that old bag thinking? She needs to go home or something. And wasn't the money in your purse the money that your parents gave to you in case you needed anything while in the hospital? You're telling me she just stole that from you? You sure did tell me when we needed to talk about this, huh? I'm still working at the moment, but we'll have a break very soon. During that time, can we talk more?
Sure, that's fine. Good luck with work.
Thanks for waiting on me. How are you feeling right now? You're staying relaxed, right?
I'm okay. And our baby just got finished drinking some milk, so he's sleeping next to me.
I see. Thank goodness. I'm so sorry for what's happened to you today. After she fell in love with the baby my older brother had, who ended up being a girl, I guess she just couldn't get behind us having a boy as our first child.
Well, she's had something against me for the longest time for not being a housewife like your older brother's wife, and so me working a job of my own must have started her hate towards me. Always telling me that my job is to be your wife and nothing else, all that kind of crap.
But I never thought that she'd pass on all that hate she has for you to our baby. I thought that things would get better after all the work we put in for this.
You don't have to feel sorry for anything, Phil. Nobody ever thought your mom could get any worse than she had been. But the moment I saw the gift that she gave me for giving birth, I had just had enough from her. And that's when I told her on accident that I never wanted her to see her grandchild again.
No, you were right to say something like that. And to make sure that our son grows up in a loving household, she doesn't need to be around him anymore.
What about the money we're giving her every month? I told her that I'd stop that as well. I'm sorry. I told her something without even thinking that might have made things more difficult. Now that I've calmed down, I think I overstepped things there.
You have nothing to apologize for, Brianna. You have every right in this world to be upset with my mom for making fun of our newborn boy. And so you fought back to protect him. So you don't need to be worried about what you did to Mom. How about we really do stop sending her money? After all, we're going to need more money ourselves now with a kid in the house. You have to be tired now, right? You've had to take care of Ren as well, so you need to take things easy. When I'm out of work today, I'll head right back to the hospital to see you.
Phil, why haven't I been able to get any money from you yet this month? Don't you dare tell me that that witch got into your head and told you to stop. That little disgusting witch telling you what to do with your money is not something any wife should do. You divorce her right now and come back to your mom.
Jeez, I've heard enough already from you. I've had more than enough reason for me to stop giving you any money.
Well, I want to know what those reasons are, and that's why I'm asking about it. Your older brother happens to be so charming, yet for some reason you keep making yourself look worse. Before I have to take matters into my own hands, please give me this month's money. You know that your father's body isn't that great anymore, and I myself am getting really old, and so we need that money to survive.
You're not my mom anymore.
Huh? Excuse me? Is that the right way to speak to your mother right now?
The only parent I have now is my dad. I don't give a crap about who you are.
Hold on, Phil. Why are you this upset with me? Phil, you reply to me right now. You frickin' witch. It's because of you that Phil has left me. He's never been the type of kid to ignore his own mother. What the hell could a brainless and toxic woman like you have done to him? I never did a single thing to him. All of that was what he wanted. Perhaps it's time you start to learn how to understand your own kids' feelings. Shut the hell up, you stupid rat! Whoever gets in the way of a mother and their son is the worst scum on this planet. It seems that you're a bit confused right now by everything, but I haven't done anything to get in the way of you two. After all, that money that's been going to support you every month has been coming from the money I make. Huh? For a long time now, Phil has been wanting to end ties with you because you've always cared about his older brother and wife the most. But then 3 years ago, just after we got married, it was found out that his father had cancer. It was said that his dad wouldn't be around too much longer, and so Phil decided that until the day came that his dad drew his last breath, he'd remain helping the family. And that's why for 3 years now, he's continued to be a part of the family. What are you talking about? How does that have anything to do with you guys giving me money every month? You're probably just trying to take us off topic so you don't have to give me anything, huh? I can't allow that. Is that what you think? Well, then I guess this conversation is over with. Even though you're supposed to be my son's wife, you're completely useless. I don't care to listen to whatever made-up stories you may have about my son. Go tell Phil to call me right now. Phil just threatened me by saying that if I don't listen to you, he's never going to think about giving us money ever again. Threatening his own parents? I never remember raising a son as awful as that. Come on now, Brianna, and let's finish this dang trouble you've started. He just blocked me again, and now I'll never be able to talk with him. Well, things won't change until you start listening. Your husband must be going through a lot now as well, right? I want you to talk to me right now, you toxic witch. If all you're going to do is keep saying random crap, I'll never be able to listen to you. Understood. So that you can follow what I'm about to say to you regarding where that money you get every month comes from, I'll go into detail. But just be aware that Phil is really upset right now. And he has been for 3 years. His dad can no longer work and be able to help you guys afford to get the procedures he needs. He needed to get you guys money. But when you'd always treat your own son like trash compared to your oldest, he couldn't find it in him to try his hardest for you and your husband. Now, after what you've done recently, he's really lost all faith in helping you both out. What? But the right thing to do is just keep giving us money, right? We're his parents, after all. That's right. When Phil thought about what happened if he stopped giving you guys money, he worried what his dad would have to go through. But Phil is a very nice guy, and so back in the day when he was first having trouble bringing himself to give you guys anything, he chose to be the nice person he knows he is and give you guys a monthly amount. However, after a while of that, he could no longer take you constantly ripping into me. And so I told him that in his place, I could start to support you, and maybe that'd help things for him. And so in his place, I've been the one giving you that money every month for maybe the past 2 years. Why the hell would you end up doing that? Well, if you had never given birth to Phil, I would have never been able to meet him and marry him. And so my plan has been, as long as Phil's dad is alive, I'll thank you by supporting you financially. But you've still hated me all this time and have started making me doubt you ever being a good influence on this family. Even after having my own baby, you came to him and told him to his face that he's ugly and that I am as well. And so after you'd done that, the little piece of respect I had for you as the mother of my husband was crushed. And that's why I am no longer giving you any money. Have you come to understand what's going on now? But if you go ahead and do that, what'll happen with my husband's treatments? We won't be able to do them anymore. Are you saying you'd be fine killing him? And regarding that, I had a discussion with Phil. He told me if this was all to protect our son, then ending the money given to you guys would be forgiven by his dad. And so that's the conclusion we came to. And in my case, I can understand how Phil feels about saying that. We have both been trying our best to deal with your horrible behavior towards us, but now we've reached our limits. There is nothing else we want more in this world than for you to learn from your mistakes. You're now going to experience all the resentment that we both have had towards you for so long, you old bag. What? Why would you use such needless vocabulary? Are you that upset? If I really was an old bag, it'd be one thing, but I'm not even close to one, so you can't just say that. You're an absolute rotten rat. You told my husband things you shouldn't have. Things I shouldn't have? When your husband came in to see our baby boy, I asked him if he wanted to know what you thought of our little wren. And when he said yes, I told him. And I'm saying you shouldn't have told him any of that. You should have been keeping your mouth quiet and just let my husband leave without a single word being said. Whether you wanted me to do something or not, and whether it makes me a bad person to you or not, I've already decided that you're going to pay for everything. So I'll do anything to ruin you. But it seems that your husband has caught on already to just how rotten of a bag you really are, right? Huh? Your husband told me. He said he knew that you would always show your love to your oldest son and his wife, and he tried to stop you. And when you both began to talk about divorce because of it, you threatened him by saying he'd never get to see his sons anymore. And so that's why today he came to us crying and begging for forgiveness. He told us he never wanted you to treat us so badly, but couldn't do anything to stop you. And now that he knows we understand him, he hates you just as much as we do. So that is why he's going to aid us in our revenge. There's no way my husband would ever lend a hand to a witch like you. He's my husband. He and I have been together longer than you've been alive. Well, if that's what you think is holding you both together, then go right ahead and keep thinking that. Doing that will only make things better for us. I'm looking forward to seeing what you could possibly do to me. What the hell is going on right now? What the hell are all these documents? What the hell are you trying to do to me? Ah, hi, Stacy. Seems they've finally arrived. I assumed that there would be some trouble ahead, and so I made sure to get a lawyer to make those up. As you can see by what's written on the papers, your husband's money will all be going to Phil and I after he passes. At least 90% of it will be. And that remaining 10% will then go to his oldest son and daughter-in-law. And as for you, you won't even get a single penny. His money? He's still alive, though, so why are you guys talking about the money he'll have after he dies? And if that's the case, I'm his wife and should get the money instead. You can't just do all of this behind my back and think to get away with it. I'm sure that these papers are all fakes anyway. All of that money he plans on giving after he passes is kept in accounts not related to your guys' marriage. And since he's the one that holds all that money that he's been saving up under his name, he can make the decision on where it will go. There's also been the fact that you only ever show interest in your oldest son and would sometimes leave your husband at home to fend for himself while struggling with cancer. So all of that has been included in his final decision. And since all of this was done through a lawyer that we had hired and those documents made official under your husband's signature, you nor your oldest can do anything about it. So there won't be any money left for me? There's no way! That's not even fair! Especially with the care that I did give him all these years. Who was the one that cared for him? You never cared for him, instead leaving him at home to become even more sick. And you'd whisper under your breath that you wanted him to give up soon. He heard all of that, you know? But he's a very kind man, and so he never wanted to end things this way with you. He wanted to make sure he could end life still being married to you. But after what you did to your grandson, he couldn't take it anymore. And so this right here is the work that was put in to get revenge on you by him. He at least gave up on ever wanting to divorce you. I'm sorry, but the only one that ever cared for your husband was Phil. What? Well, then what's going to happen to me? I won't be getting any money from you guys, and I won't get jack from my husband when he's gone. Well, then I guess you'll be out of luck. Stop messing around. Whatever. I'll just go and ask my oldest and his wife to care for me. I made sure to raise him the best and have been with them all the way. So of course they'll be willing to care for me in my time of need. Only if you can make that happen. Phil, it seems that your mom is following as planned and will be trying to get your older brother to help her. How are things there?
Things are going so well right now that I can't be bothered to look away. I'm good here. Just finishing some things up. After explaining the situation of my mom and dad to my brother, and letting him know he'd still at least get a little money, he hopped on board with us. But really, I didn't want him getting anything from my dad, that jerk. I always knew he was the kind of guy that wanted to get whatever he pleased, but man, this time's going to be great because of that. He's willing to literally throw away his mom for a little bit of money? He really did turn out like trash. Just like his mom.
You've always had it out for those two, and I agree that your brother and mom are like two peas in a pod with how nasty of people they are.
Well, I'd never like anyone who always looked down on me and treated me as though I'm extra baggage in the family. I told him to block her number if he wanted the money, and so he did. And I told him that once Dad had passed, he'll be getting his share. Well, I'm not actually going to give it to him now.
Wait, are you sure? Won't your brother become even more of a problem if you do that to him?
It'll be fine. While we were young, he'd always take my toys from me and promise to give them back in an hour or two. But then when I'd come and ask for it back, he'd tell me to get lost and then keep the toy. So it's always been him breaking promises. So this time, I'll take it upon myself to, in fact, break one promise with him. I planned on just letting a lot of the past go with my brother, but then I found it too hard to do that after everything. And since my dad is the only thing keeping me around my mom and brother, once Dad's gone, I'm totally fine making my brother pay just as much as Mom will. I'm sorry. I guess some of my personal problems are getting caught up in our plans now.
You're all right, Paul. And even after your dad's gone, you'll have me and Ren as your new family. And since we're your family, we have no choice but to make sure you feel better too.
Thank you so much, Brianna.
Brianna, please help me. I can't get in touch with anyone anymore and I'm in huge trouble. If things keep going south for me, I'll be dead myself. I haven't had any experience working a job myself, and so nobody will take me that can pay me well enough. I don't even want to work anyway. I'll do anything for you as long as I get a little money. Stacy, I have myself a son now that's so cute, and I have to take care of him for the time being. And at the moment, I'm still a new mom, so I can't see myself having to take care of 2 babies. Also, you remember when you said my son looks like a monkey? You wouldn't want to be in a family with a boy that looks like a monkey, would you? And besides, I don't even want to meet with you anymore after you showed the kind of toxic mother you really are. Wait, you're wrong about that. That was... Back then I was just joking about your son. I never meant to be serious about anything I said to him. The only thing I picked up from you was how serious you really were. You're too late to be coming back to me now asking for anything anyway. Now, my little boy's going to be waking up soon, so can you stop talking to me? Now, goodbye forever. Wait, Brianna! What am I going to do now? What should I do to make sure that I'll be okay? Both my sons threw me away and my husband will be dying soon. I won't be getting anything from him after he's gone, and I still need to pay for the house and food. Hey, can you please give me anything? I'm asking you to please listen to me. After that, Stacy didn't get any money with the passing of her husband, and the house was given to Phil, which he used his power to kick her out of. I haven't spoken to her since our last conversation, so I can't be certain what's happened to her. But I did see her working at a supermarket not too long ago. But in her case, she was late to work a lot and missed work even more often, and soon was no longer working there. She then showed up at another store even closer to our house, and ever since seeing the worn out and dead face she had there, I am not going back. Then, when it comes to Phil's older brother, when he heard that his father had passed away and never heard anything from Phil regarding the money, he came to our house complaining about why no money showed up yet. Phil then explained to him that he doesn't get any, and that's for all the times he broke promises with Phil. Of course, this made him upset, but just before he tried to do anything to his brother, our lawyer, who we had over to finish some talks up with, came out and told him to rethink his decision. And since then, his brother has never been seen around us again. Now, when it comes to me, I'm just living with my husband and Ren, and we are making the best of our little family with what we have left. Hey, my big sister. Look, I just wanted to have a little heart-to-heart with you, dear. Are you seriously still doing your job as a traffic controller? Joanna, please tell me that's not true. I thought that you would have become a good and successful adult by now, sis. I thought you were going to make a good life for yourself. I guess you can't because you're such an incompetent woman who has no brains to do anything more than that job. Your only strength is your healthy body, I guess. I often wonder why you still want to continue doing this type of work, considering it's not going to get you anywhere in life. It's a joke for a job. Oh, Carla, I should have known it was you when you started to direct all your little insults towards me. It's been a while since we last talked to each other. Yes, I'm still working as a traffic controller because I'm good at my job and I still enjoy doing it. It's steady and I get paid a decent wage, so I don't get why you're questioning it. Even when I work on sunny days, I'm given good heat protection clothing to wear and my body can take it, so it's not super grueling. I think it's a job that's well suited to me. Wow, who would have thought that you could come up with so many reasons to actually stay in the job you're in? I'm dumbfounded, to be honest. I've always wondered how you've been so strong-willed, Joanna. You know, you've always been so tanned and tall, but there's nothing cute about it. There's not much you can show as a woman now. You're not the most feminine person, even though you've got a healthy body. I don't get why you're saying this to me, but all right, I'm grateful to our parents for giving birth to me and teaching me how to take care of my body. I get that I might not be as smart as you, Carla, but at least I try to look after myself and eat healthy. I think that it's good to use my advantages to do good in the world. If someone who isn't as physically healthy can't do this traffic controlling job, then I'll do it because I know I can. Ah, yes, you do such a good job, you butch woman, you. In that respect, nothing's really changed with you, has it, Joanna? On the other hand, when it comes to me, I am way more feminine. I have fair skin, I'm sort of weak, and I'm beautiful. I've got a good sense of fashion, too. I got into a good university, I'm a successful working lady, and I have done so many things in life. Your parents are my parents, too, you know. It's just so funny because our parents just doted on me more as I was the cute one. You're just jealous of me, aren't you, Joanna? Well, if you're happy with your life, Carla, then that's great to hear, I guess. Look, I'm living a happy life in my own way. I've got no complaints about where I am now. Anyways, I want to know why you're contacting me like this out of the blue. Is it just so you can harass me all night? Is that it? Have you gotten to the point that you've become so self-loathing that you need to make me feel bad about what I'm doing with my life? Huh? What's that supposed to mean, big sister? It's kind of impossible for me as a perfect human being to fall into some self-loathing phase. You know, Joanna, it's all thanks to you that I'm living a really happy life. I make myself look so much better than you. So, with that, would you please not come near me with your low self-esteem? I don't really need this kind of bad vibe you give off near me. Oh, is that right? Is that why you're messaging me this at 6:30 in the evening? It was that important for you to tell me that? You know, sorry for that little outburst. I thought that you were trying to improve your self-confidence by comparing yourself to me. So come on, what's the story here? Well, I guess I was sort of doing that anyway. I suppose I just better come out and say it. I'm about to get married soon. I just wanted to tell you that little piece of information. Oh, is that right? You're getting married. Well, that's really fantastic news, Carla. Congratulations to you and your new husband. Since you were a little girl, I know how you've always said that you want to be someone's wife and get married to the man of your dreams, so that's good that your dream's coming true now. Wow, Joanna, is this what you say to someone when you want to give them your blessing? Hey, you're about to turn 30 soon, right? Aren't you planning on getting married? Or do you want to be a loner for the rest of your life because it'll end up that way if you aren't careful? Well, I don't have any plans to get married at the moment since I'm not really dating anyone in particular to get married to. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do, you know. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Gosh, don't make me laugh too much, otherwise I'm going to give myself a stomachache. You know when you turn around and say something like that, Joanna, it makes me so embarrassed to be your little sister. Okay. Well, it's not like we see each other that often, Carla, so I don't see a reason to be embarrassed. If you hadn't had talked to me in the first place today, I would say we're pretty much estranged from each other. Me not getting married isn't something that you should be worried about, all right? Hey, since when did this conversation become about you? This is about my wedding here. Even though you're the older sister, you should be expected to keep on topic, okay? You know, I wonder sometimes why you act like this towards me when I've not done anything to you, but I guess there's really nothing I can do about it. Are you seriously being like this when it's supposed to be a happy occasion? Could you please at least stop being so miserable? Look, could you just be happy for once and put on some whitening powder so that your tan and sunburn don't show through too much? You know that having a little bit of sun on your skin is good for your health. It means you're getting a good amount of vitamin D. It's not like my skin is peeling. I don't think that having tanned skin gives off the impression I'm not a clean person, Carla. There's no need to worry so much about what I look like. Joanna, if you don't trust what I say to you as a sister, then don't believe in what I say so much. If you were also getting married, I'd treat you a lot better. I was thinking of inviting you to join me at my wedding. But to be honest, it seems like you're turning into a statue of a poor older sister while the younger one gets married before you. Well, if that's how you think about all this, then that's really a shame, Carla. You make no sense to me sometimes. You need to stop worrying about me so much. Did you know that Mom says that to me too? I really shouldn't worry since I don't think there'll ever be a man who'll take you for what you are. I guess it's about time you start giving up on that happening in your life. Well, it seems like our parents have, that's for sure. Maybe you have a point, Carla. But I know that you've never really had that many expectations for me. You just wanted to see me fail. I don't think our parents have given up on me, Carla. Wow, geez, okay. Did I hit a nerve or something? You've become so subservient. Stop following what our parents say. They don't care about you. You know that it's because of your personality that you don't have high expectations. Seriously, there is nothing special about you, Joanna. That's why you're going to end up alone. Yeah, well, I guess you can keep thinking that, Carla, but I won't. Look, I gotta go. I've got something to do shortly, so I'm not going to continue having this conversation right now. Look, make a decision about if you truly want me in your wedding or not. If you do, can you just send me the details later so that I can figure something out? Thanks.
Hey Joanna, I just wanted to message you to say thank you for also coming over today. I also wanted to say I'm really sorry about everything. To make it up to you, I'll take you out for dinner sometime soon and we can sit down, talk, and just have a nice time together.
Hey, no, thank you. Look, don't worry about it. There's no need for you to apologize to me, Lewis. I like coming over to see you, also because your family's so welcoming. They make me feel very much at home in your house, and I feel comfortable talking about anything and everything. I like visiting you.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say, Joanna. It makes me so happy to hear that. My son was feeling a bit sad on his own, and my wife was as well. Since you've come into our lives and when you come over to our house, it's so much more livelier and brighter with you in it. We're very spoiled by your presence.
Aw, that's so great to hear, Lewis. I always enjoy the feast that's put on at the house. It's always so tasty. I feel in your debt with how much you take care of me.
Oh no, don't be silly. It's our pleasure. Even so, the food that you cook as well is always so good. Leaves us feeling so full afterwards. I'm told that you were in charge of a lot of housework in your family from an early age. Is that true? You're a hard worker and have become a fine woman. But I get the impression that you and some of your family members aren't really that close. Is that also the case? You don't see them very often?
Well, kind of. My parents have always been more devoted to my younger sister instead of me, but I have taught myself a lot of things, and I've just been doing what I know. Thanks to my own motivation and just the need to do things, I'm able to work a good job and also do housework on top of that. I'm grateful for what I've got now.
You're right in that, Joanna. Well, we think you've got a kind and loving heart. But if you've been brought up in such an environment, you'd probably not like your parents very much, is that right?
There were times that I definitely felt that way towards them, yes, but if I was to hold a grudge, nothing would change, really. My mother gave birth to me and kept me in good health, and now I can work a job that I am very proud of. I feel better if I just focus on the present rather than the past.
Of course, yes, that makes a lot of sense. It's better to focus on the here and now so that you can be happy and not have to worry about what others think of you and what you do.
Yes, that's why I'm able to focus on things I enjoy, such as cooking meals for people and cleaning up and making things look neat and tidy. What makes me happy is that I can come over and bring over delicious meals for you and your wife and just be independent.
Oh, yes, that is definitely true. We're delighted to have you here cooking and interacting with us. So nice that we're being helped in this way at our age.
Oh, well, thank you very much for your kind words, Lewis. Now that I've met you and your wife a few times, I'm sure I can become a part of a warm and happy household.
Wow, I'm impressed with how you've taken us with open arms and said so many nice things about my family, Joanna.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why, but it's gotten me a little emotional. I'm a little bit embarrassed now. It's probably the alcohol. It's unusual for me to drink like this.
No, you're fine. It sounds like Jacob just got home. It was nice to be able to have a nice drink at the table. It was great that he brought it. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, I really did like it. It was super good. Oh, sorry again. I was getting a bit out of hand there. It was a pleasure meeting up together for a little family reunion.
I'm glad you feel that way, Joanna. We think of you as our daughter, so we're so glad you had a good time. I hope I'm not over-exaggerating too much when I say that sort of thing. I still wonder what the person my son will marry will be like. It'd be really nice if he married someone like you, Joanna.
Oh, Lewis, there's no need to praise me that much. But once again, congratulations on your son's upcoming nuptials. I wonder if he and his new wife will be like you and your wife, Lewis.
Well, if this is my son we're talking about, I'm sure they're going to make a wonderful couple. I'm sure that you'll also see that in him as well.
Of course I do. I really wish him the best for his wedding and for the future. I'm sure Jacob has got a lot to look forward to. Excuse me? Why on earth did you show up to my wedding? I seriously didn't think that you'd actually come. I never sent you a wedding invitation, sister. Yeah, but you did tell me the date, the time, and the venue, so if you think about it, a lot of people just RSVP online, so there isn't much use in paper invitations. That's what I assumed that you had done, but how am I to know, right? I knew enough information that I thought I could come today. Wow, that head of yours is just full of rainbows, flowers, and unicorns, isn't it, Joanna? If you were actually beautiful enough, I would have thought to invite you. Did you really think with that look you've got going on is going to let you into my wedding? You thought wrong. You can't come in. You've ruined your look. I ruined my look? What are you talking about, Carla? You did this to me. Why would you pour wine all over my outfit for? You're so horrible, Carla. Well, your outfit wasn't the cleanest to begin with, so I just impulsively decided to clean it up for you. Before I knew it, you were covered in red wine. You wanted to clean up my outfit. What was so wrong with it, Carla? I'm trying to make amends, and then you go and do this to me for no reason. And also, what is so wrong with having a tan? I can't help if I've gotten a little bit of sun lately. We can't all be pale like you, Carla. Stop saying I look dirty. Come on, Joanna. We all know that you work a low-level job and you look like dirt all the time. It's a shame about the outfit. I guess you better go and get out of it, huh? Is that what you wanted? To humiliate me at your own wedding venue and make me feel miserable? Fine, so be it. I'll leave. I hope you're happy with your lot. Oh, I very much am, Joanna. Stop whining about what happened. You brought this on yourself, okay? Go and clean yourself up. It stinks of wine around here, so hurry up and leave, you low-level worker. It only smells around here because of what you've done. You know, something will happen to you one day and you'll come running to me to fix it. All you'll get is a no. Joanna, where the heck are you right now? Please, this is important. You really need to get back here right now. Something really bad has happened. Oh, really? Is that right? What could have possibly gone wrong for you, Carla? Come on, I've already decided that I'm going home and I'm not changing my mind. You need to tell me the truth right now. Are you with the groom's mother right now? Why on earth have you gone back home with her for? Why do you think, Carla? Just think about it for a second. It just so happens that we both know each other. The family found me covered in wine, so they were worried and left with me. But I don't understand how you could possibly know each other, though. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. You didn't say anything, did you? Maybe you were the one that told them I did it. Is that what you said to them? Well, did you think they actually saw what happened to me and witnessed you do it? It was poured over me where you get the wine, Carla. Jacob's mother came to check on me after you did that to me. She also saw what you were saying to me in our text conversation, so we're just going home. Huh? Are you kidding me right now? Is this seriously why Jacob's father is so mad? Jacob's just standing here with a pale face. It's ridiculous. I admitted that I don't recognize you as my sister, and he said that he doesn't recognize this marriage, and everyone got super angry at me. Oh, is that so? Well, I don't think you should admit something like that to a family who are close. How could you do this to me? It just shows you can't have a proper conversation with me. If he's actually really angry at you for what you did to me, then maybe you can't get married and be a part of their family anymore. But I don't understand why this is happening right now when it's not my fault that we don't get along. It's always been your fault. What does all this even mean? Why are you being valued so much by this family? How come you all know each other in the first place? How is this possible when this country is so big? Okay, so a while ago, the groom's father, Lewis, collapsed on the roadside and I helped him up. I accompanied him to the hospital and met with his wife. I guess that was the start of our relationship and me getting to know the family. All because of that incident that occurred while I was working. Are you for real? How can such a coincidence happen like this? Have you become such a good friend in such a short amount of time? To be honest, it's really going to take a lot to chase you away and make you super angry. This is just a silly prank. Around that time, too, his wife fell and injured herself quite badly. I couldn't live with myself if I didn't help her out with the housework and all those other things. So that's when I decided that I would go around to their house on a regular basis to help them out, and we developed a friendship during that time. What the heck is with that? Why would you help a bunch of old people? You've always been a suck-up, haven't you, Joanna? You're too good-natured. When his wife was injured and really depressed, it seemed like her husband went out by himself to try and buy something delicious for them to eat so she didn't have to cook. But of course he collapsed, so I went to help him. I think that it's a wonderful thing for a couple to care for each other so much that you'd do anything for them. I was a little confused by this kind of image of a family since I never really experienced that with my own flesh and blood. So that's why you've been hanging out with this so-called family so much, huh? You gotta be friends with them because I was being so evil to you? Are you trying to tell me that the groom's father is furious about this? Of the prank I pulled on you? We all know that it was no prank since you treat me so horribly, but yes, that seems to be the case. We also all talked about my family for a little bit before the wedding. What the heck are you talking about? You actually have heart-to-hearts? Are you kidding me? What did you talk about with them? I just said how cute my little sister is and that she was loved so much. Because of that, she was spoiled and I was the one made to do all the household chores. My sister graduated from a good university, but I wasn't allowed to go to university as there wasn't enough money saved for me. I was forced to get a job instead, and I still had to put money towards bills such as the mortgage, electricity, and what have you. Well, why does that matter so much? I met Jacob because we went to the same university and we started dating. I do agree that I went to a good university. Why are you being like this? Why are you acting like the tragic heroine that everyone's supposed to feel sorry for? You're making me feel like a mean little sister. That's not what I was talking about, but no matter how you say it to me, Carla, I think that's the case. I'm just helping them because the wife can't do housework at all, okay? I'm doing it because I heard that their son Jacob is doing most of their housework, and he's absolutely exhausted after doing that and work too. That's a normal thing for a son to do if a family is in hardship. Since he's the eldest son, he should be taking care of them anyway. But I heard that they like you for what you've been doing for them. Stop sucking up and trying to tear me apart from my husband. Oh my God, Carla, you annoy me so much. You're such a bad listener. I'm not doing anything like that at all. Today, I didn't do anything like that. You're the one who poured wine all over me. If anything, you're bringing this on yourself. You were laughing throughout the whole thing and showed no remorse. Both Jacob's parents finally saw you for what you are, and they finally understand what you're like when I told them how spoiled you were. Are you kidding me with this crap, Joanna? I only did what I did because I didn't expect you to be dressed like you were in a place like a wedding venue. It's like you didn't even try to look good. You're an embarrassment on me and our parents. You're the one who's been misleading me throughout my entire life. Don't you know that doing things like that is just sisters expressing their relationship? I'm allowed to do things like that to you. After all, it was just a little joke. We all know that was no joke. You wouldn't pour wine all over your best friend's dress, would you? To ruin their entire day? So why would a sister do that to their older sister? You've hardly talked to me throughout our adult life, or even now. You don't even like me, and you've always been mean to me. How can a sister be like that when all I've tried to do is love you unconditionally as an older sister? Why must you hate me so much, Carla? I mean, I've gone over this in my head every single day of my life, and I just never can understand why I'm treated like this. You've literally ruined everything now. Why do you think I'm so mad, Joanna? Isn't it obvious what you're going to do for me? My wedding day has been completely ruined because of you, Joanna. You need to do something about it right now. The one thing you can do is get back here and talk to Lewis. You know what, Carla? I have wasted so much energy in my life because of you, and I'm not going to do that anymore. My answer is no, Carla. Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Did you just say no to my order? What is going on here? Are you deliberately trying to sabotage me? I would like to respect Jacob's parents and not do anything against them since they're treating me well. If they're happy letting their son get married to you, then I wish you the best. Even in this situation, I also congratulate you wholeheartedly, sister. Getting married is a special thing. I hope you realize that. But if they don't want to recognize you as their daughter-in-law after what you did, I can't lie to them and force them to say yes to both of you getting married. Your stubbornness is truly infuriating, Joanna. You really have not changed since we were kids. It's so annoying. You really need to get back to the venue this instant. If you come back and show how good our relationship is, maybe they'll change their minds and maybe we could try and mend things, for the future. I'm not going back to the venue, Carla. Even if I did go back, I wouldn't lie to everyone. I'd tell them that we've never been good friends, Carla. I'm not going to create a fake scenario just so that you can have your happily ever after. I'll do no such thing. I am so done with you and this mess you've made. Oh, cut it out, Joanna. Our mom and dad are crying and sitting here on the ground. If you come back here, all of that kind of nonsense will be over. Look, I'm grateful to our parents for keeping me healthy, but are they really the type of parents I need in my life? I don't think so. I've got a lot of doubts about the life I've had, and to be honest, I don't want to feel those things anymore. That's why I won't go out of my way to lie in order to protect you. Please, Joanna, stop acting like this. Don't be so stubborn. I'm your adorable little sister, and I know you want nothing bad to happen to me, right? You're the only sister I've got, and I need you right now. Please don't abandon me like this. I really need to get married today. Please come back, and we can sort this whole thing out. How can you want me back there if you spilled wine all over me? You're the one who ruined it for yourself. Don't call me stubborn. I'm allowed to feel like this. You absolutely disgust me as a human being, as you've treated me like crap for years. Don't even think about trying to come near me ever again. I don't want anything to do with you. How could you say that sort of thing to me, Joanna? Please, I'm really sorry. I won't do anything like that again to you. I'll tell our parents to think of you more. I'll be nicer to you. Please, just come back to the venue. You saying sorry is many years too late. I've never heard you be so desperate. It's kind of funny. You know that nothing you say is going to make me do anything for you anymore. You're going to regret all the bad things you've done to me throughout our childhood. I hope you'll learn your lessons someday, Carla. Now leave me alone. After that, the marriage came to nothing, and Carla and her parents broke down in tears. On the other hand, Jacob, who knew everything, seemed to have fallen in love with Joanna. The two have bonded and are getting along really well. It seems like Carla's turned green with envy. She's gone crazy with jealousy. Joanna was able to join a real family with Jacob and his parents. Joanna and Jacob got married, and she gave birth to a healthy baby. The whole family seems to be living happily together. By marrying into Jacob's family, she was able to cut ties with her own family. With this happening, she stopped giving her family money. Without the allowance that they relied on, they began to live in poverty. What you do to others will eventually come back to you somehow.